What's going on, everybody? My name is Ben, and welcome back to another episode of Sci-Fi Wednesdays. We're back with the USS Kelvin. As you can see, we've done a little bit of work off camera. We went ahead and took the liberty of pulling all of those wires up through that plastic support rod. Everything is already pulled through, the entire hull, saucer, everything is nicely sealed. We went ahead and taken care of most of the seams, at least, well, good enough for what I wanted to do. And we've added a couple extra parts here and there, so we are ready for priming, painting, and eventually Aztecing. Now I've wrapped all the wires up in this plastic bag to keep them all nice and safe when I start to prime. And also we need to go ahead and do a little bit of work on the clear parts, such as the impulse engine, the back of the nacelle, the little vents here on the side of the nacelle, the front Bassard collector, and of course on the upper hull we need the deflector dish and the bridge. All of that needs to be masked off. To do that we'll use a combination of both tape and paper towel. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean by that. Now the paper towel technique I've used before, it's really super simple. Grab yourself a little bit of water, grab yourself some paper towel, rip it into smaller parts, and then shove that into the openings here, like for example the Bassard collector, or in other cases like wheel wells. Take a little bit of water, drop the water there on the paper towel. It will absorb that water, it will take the shape of the object, and you are ready to go. So let's go ahead and cue up a time lapse. We're going to push through, get everything masked off, and get this thing ready for priming. Alright everybody, so we have everything masked off and ready for priming, and that is our next big step. And what I'm trying to do here is we're going to prime the entire thing in a NATO Black, then we're going to come back and we're going to add marbling coats on top of that to kind of help break up the monotony of just the overall warm gray. So that base coat's going to have to be NATO Black. That should look really sharp. This is my old Iwata HPC. We've actually replaced the nozzle in my Grex with a 0.2, and in the Iwata is a 0.3, so it'll have a little bit of a wider arc of spray. We're going to be using this for the basic primer coat, so let's load up that airbrush, everything primed with a beautiful NATO Black color. Boy, that NATO Black is pretty awesome, and we have the entire area marbleized with a little bit of a actual dark green color. So that's really, really cool. Now we're going to go ahead and have to take our warm gray, in this case XF20 medium gray by Tamiya. We're going to thin it down, and we're going to go ahead and cover the entire ship in a nice coat of medium gray. All right, buddy, so now we are ready to go ahead and begin our Aztecing patterns. And this is going to be a little bit time consuming, so I'll probably end up doing most of this next episode. But here in the kit, Mobius gives us one entire sheet of templates for the Aztec pattern, but they're only for the saucer. They give you nothing for the nacelle area or for the hangar bay deflector dish. None of that gets any sort of template, so we're going to have to come up with our own for those particular areas. But I think before we go ahead and get started in this is the original sheet right here. Let's go ahead and make some copies so that we have a little bit of extra in case we screw something up. I've been looking kind of at this and trying to plan out a good system to use. I'm really thinking I don't need all of these copies. Yeah, I made a few more than I actually probably needed, which is fine, just in case you need some extra help. But I think what I'm going to do is, instead of taking so many hours to cut out each and every one of these, I'm going to go ahead and just pick one, cut that out, and then use that as our template for the entire ship. We have 3 other areas. That's fine, but I don't think I need to use those. I just need to figure out the best looking template and go with that. Now I've decided to use some frisket paper to create our initial mask. Nothing too fancy. It's nice and thin and clear, so we can trace right through it. We're going to go ahead and cut directly through the frisket paper, following the lines below. Now, what I'm going to do after that, though, is once I have this area nicely cut out, I'm going to use both the frisket paper and I'm going to use the paper below it to create a series of different styles of masks that we can use on the saucer to give some added variation with the Aztecing. So let's go ahead and cue up a quick time lapse. We're going to cut out one section, and then we're going to go from there, make some other masks, get this thing ready, because I'm really excited to try out the Aztecing and see how this is going to look. So cue up that time lapse, grab our sharp X-Acto knives, and get this thing ready to go. Let's hit this and get this going. All right, so we have our masks all nicely cut out. That Frisco paper is super easy to work with. We've got that larger mask there. We've also taken the paper below that I used as an actual tracing guide. We've cut that into sections as well because I think it would add a little extra interest if we layer them. So let's go ahead and first off, we're going to do a quick test spray and we're going to see how this will look. Now I'm just going to pick a random section here on the saucer. We're going to lay down the larger mask and I'm going to use some German gray, highly thinned German gray, and we're going to airbrush just over the different areas and kind of mist it. We're just going to mist down a layer of paint. Once we have done that, we can then see how our masks are holding up and how dark or how light we need to go ahead and go. This should be pretty simple. This is much easier than when I did on the Enterprise when I actually hand placed all of the masks. In this case, it's just one larger template, so it should be much easier to work with. So let me go ahead and grab my airbrush. We're going to use the Grex with the 0.2mm nozzle. Let's grab some German gray and let's try it. So I went ahead and airbrushed a certain section right here and hopefully you can see I like it. I think it turned out beautifully. So what we're going to do is next episode, we're going to come back. We're going to start Aztecing the entire ship. I have all these different gray colors and the longer you hold on a certain area, the darker it gets and it adds another layer on top of a previous layer. So I think this looks really, really cool. We're going to go ahead and call it quits for today though. We have a lot more Aztecing to do, and I'm already reaching about 14 minutes, so I don't want to push too far. Next episode, we're going to come on back. We're going to get that Aztecing done and move on from there. And we're going to have an episode really quick here for you guys, just in a couple of days, because this is actually due this Saturday on the 20th. So we have a lot to do. But regardless, you guys know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool, and we will see you back here on the next episode of Sci-Fi Wednesdays and the USS Kelvin. Till then, guys, take it easy, happy building, and we'll see you soon.